Ayoba Miyazaki. Looking at her track record, she been on some of the biggest anime games of the last 10 years. She only got one stinker, and that's the 7 Deadly Sins, Knights of Britannia, whatever the way you say that. But I believe My Heroes All's Justice. Y'all don't understand. This might be peak arena fighter. This might be it. Disclaimer, I also have to say this. It's an arena fighter, so therefore, it could just be ass. Hey, what's good? What's poppin', y'all? I'm out of town in Canada at the moment. So, this setup's scuffed, but we gonna make it work with what we got to. And I'm not trying to overhype nothing for y'all. I hate that I have to do this, because I can't just be a guy that just wants to be excited for and deal with it later, but no. Alright, for people that don't know, let's talk about some problems with My Heroes One's Justice and One Justice 2 had. So the biggest complaint about the game that I generally had about it, and they're more gripes than me and being like this is trash. Number one, in One's Justice, the wall fighting and that stuff was too nauseating. It was too frequent. It happened 24/7. It wasn't a good fucking time. It was pissing me off, man. They nerfed it in One's Justice 2, but when the game came out, I didn't like how they made the assists the combo breakers, because it made neutral early on very stale. But then years go by. You know how you never knew what you had till it's gone type shit. That's how I feel. I'm like, damn, I would rather play One's Justice compared to a lot of other arena fighters. So I've been hopping back on and playing it, dabbling in it, and the game is amazing. One thing I personally want them to make sure they work on in One's Justice, I would rather them just make more open maps compared to having the wall fighting. I know that's a unique part of the game. The less that happens, the better the game is. Because for me, I can only play it for so long until I feel like my unk senses start kicking in and I want to turn the game off. But let's talk about why My Heroes All's Justice could honestly be one of the best anime arena fighters of all time, if they lock in right. I'm talking about even better than Gundam Mbon, the one I think is arguably the best arena fighter in history. Yes, I'm talking about including every Dragon Ball fucking arena fighter in the planet, and Xenoverse only so far because of customization, because y'all was not playing that shit for the gameplay anymore. A lot of y'all not. But here's the thing about My Heroes One's. If I say One's Justice 3, don't be mad. It's kind of hard. Here's the thing about My Heroes All's Justice. They have a little company that is Byking, and a lot of people won't agree with me right now, but they are the best anime games of this decade so far. Yes, they made Curse Clash. They done some things that no other company has done in the genre. Gave out multiple free DLC characters in that game. But Byking, their Incredible Hulk is they have My Hero Ultra Rumble. Despite contrary belief of all the slander, and I don't like the gacha system either, don't get it twisted. I hate gacha games. I would delete some shit if it had gacha in it. Don't play with me, man. Don't play with me. They did something no other arena fighter has ever done or in anime game has been doing outside of a Dragon Ball game. My Hero Ultra Rumble currently has crossplay. Do y'all know how big that is for these games? See, a lot of people on the internet will be the first to say, oh my god, y'all hype up arena fighters, then they die in a month, and then they'd be like, well, I can't play with nobody else because everybody else on different platforms. Mind you, if I'm being real honest with y'all, I have a Switch 2. If I wasn't an anime game creator, I would get rid of my PS5 and slowly do everything on Switch 2 if I knew these games were going to have crossplay day one. There's a high possibility that it may not be there on launch though, because this game is coming out very seemingly close around the final season of the show. So I'm thinking like early 2026. I'm feeling the February March release for All's Justice. But looking at Byking, what makes them so important is that they're a AA like development company, and they start making updates like fucking Cyberpunk, but for the anime game level. I'm talking about crossplay. I'm talking about lobbies. Those two things Ultra Rumble have. They just gotta import that shit into All's Justice, and it's a way better game than like 95% of these arena fighters in this whole sub-genre space and Bandai Namco anime game. Another thing about My Heroes All's Justice is a lot of people are freaking out about the tag, and a lot of people think I was gonna freak out about it because, like, for some reason, arena fighters, the way they do tag is bad. Like, I hated it in Storm 4, the active hitbox that came out in front of it. Demon Slayer 2 is doing it, but so far in My Heroes All's Justice based on that gameplay trailer we got. It looks like it's a hit tag where like you have to finish a move to tag into it, but who knows? That's trailer magic. They could catch you with trailer magic in every game, bro. Don't get fooled by a trailer. Y'all know how I like to do on this channel. If I got the time, energy, and will, I will make some shit look raw, even if that ain't how it's gonna be. Here's another take about the game that I'm gonna warn you guys right now. I honestly do feel like we're not getting those other arcs of the anime or manga that we didn't get from My Hero One's Justice 2 in this game. What I'm meaning is, I think the game's just gonna start at the war arc and then just add all the other fucking characters that was playable. Mind you, I'm gonna ask y'all right now, would y'all be mad if they just did the war arc and adapted that shit beautifully? Personally, everybody wanna see the war shit anyway. Capitalize off of that, call it a day. And it's not lazy. I think it'll just be too hard, wasteful resources for the game. I'd rather them just focusing on the highlight when everybody there that matters is there versus just trying to fill everybody in from there. Because my problem with One Justice 2 is that it ended at the overall arc. If I'm not mistaken, what's that, season 3? That means we missed class 1A versus 1B, the Liberation arc, Vigilante Deku arc. There's a lot of characters that's missing. So I don't know how they gonna do that. But personally, I'm perfectly fine with the game just going, hey, forget the rest of that shit. The only one that I kind of want to see is like class 1A versus 1B with the new animation and CGI they have in the thing. But other than that, like, I don't really care. I just want the characters playable more so than everything else. But mind you, the only characters I really want in the game, I'm so basic when it comes to My Hero, y'all. Like, my favorite characters, I really just like Bakugo, Deku, and Todoroki. I love all three of them so much. Even in the games, I love playing them three characters. And just bring Kendo back. Kendo my GOAT. I love Kendo. But like, if I'm being honest, Mirko would have been in the game. Everybody wants Mirko. We were surprised she didn't get in One Justice 2. Also, for people that don't know, this is good for both games, by the way. Whatever model gets made for One's Justice will be put into Ultra Rumble and vice versa. So now, Byking created an ecosystem. When they other $60 games don't do great or whatever, or they do that, they all have Ultra Rumble to fall back on. And to be honest, I can see them doing what they did with Ultra Rumble, but with JJK in the future. I think Byking should make a JJK hero shooter. I think they could do it. I don't know. I think it would be cool. Nobara can be like Bucky, like boom, boom, boom. I don't know. I'm just in my head. It's so fucking raw to me. That idea would be so crazy. I don't know. All in all, My Heroes All's Justice can be one of the best arena fighters of all time. I will say it's very rare an anime game ever fumbles at the third installment. They're usually the best ones. I saw a tweet and somebody was like, the worst thing that happened is things getting popular because people didn't go through the motions how some people did. A lot more people are in it now, complaining up front, which is a good thing, but I've never heard anybody ever say, man, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 1 was goated. I've never heard anybody say the first One Piece Pirate Warriors is that gas, my nigga. Everybody talk about Tenkaichi 2 and 3, and there's obvious exceptions like Budokai 1 and Naruto Storm, and even then, like, that's all flip-floppy, toppy-turvy anyway. At the end of the day, I'm just excited for One's Justice. Evo's coming up, so expect that video and a lot more Hunter x Hunter around the same time. It's boy Yaya. I'm out. Make sure y'all follow, sub, and like. Peace. I'm gonna enjoy this weekend.
Let's see who's stronger.